But I have to say, this is looking amazing. So, welcome to another video on the channel. I haven't been recording as I was preparing a little bit the workshop for the past few months. Nevertheless, in today's video, what we're going to do is transform this car's interior. So this is a 996.2 Carrera 2 manual, and basically the rear seats have already been taken out. There's also a present center console delete, but it still has the standard seats, standard steering wheel, etc. So the plan for today is to install the two bucket seats. So these are Recaro Pole Position ABE versions, so the slightly wider ones. And also we have these Pepita style cushions sourced directly from Germany, using the same material as it were in the old 911s themselves. Then we have a new steering wheel, finished with Alcantara, and this is a original 996.2 GT3 RS shifter. I just had the stitching here replaced for black stitching to match the steering wheel. I wasn't necessarily going for, you know, the red stitch look, so to speak. I like it stealth. Then we have the fire extinguisher from Squirrel Industries, as well as a steering wheel extender. This is very important, especially if you're installing Recaros, because otherwise you run into a lot of issues in terms of ergonomics, especially if you're higher or taller. In terms of the video, what I will do is I won't go through every individual step. I'll just show you the final product, and then I'll link all of the video materials that I used when I was researching this when I did it the first time. So they'll be linked in the video description. And yeah, let's begin. All right, so the battery is disconnected, and this is one last gander to take a look at these ugly tombstone seats. Personally not a big fan, and this old used leather is ready to go. Actually, the shifter itself, interestingly enough, is optional equipment. It's actually quite an expensive shifter, surprisingly, but nevertheless, I'm not a big fan of the ergonomics of it. Doesn't feel very well in the hand. So battery is disconnected. Now we can take apart the steering wheel. Fun fact, after we're done, the interior will match. Anyways, just a small note, once you have the steering wheel out, or in this case, I mean, yeah, make sure there's significant tension here. Long story short, on my 996, these bushings were out. On the other one, the 996.1. And whenever I would brake, the horn would actuate. And so I got a lot of people angry, honking at them without any, reason. So make sure this is nice and tight. If not, then you can just replace it while you're doing this. And the cable placement. So this is how you remove the old plastic or the varnish side by reheating the element. So the seats are taken out. Here is a first gander at the steering wheel and at the gear shift knob or lever, depending on your backgrounds. And here, mating surfaces are prepped. By this I mean I cleaned out the threads, as well as I painted, because there was a lot of scuffs from basically the years of usage. So here, a little recommendation from my side. All right, so we are donezo. This is how the beauty looks now. Bear in mind that I have this extra flat insert, so normally it would be looking more like this one. But nevertheless, the extender is done. We now finally match the key hanger, so I think the results speak for themselves. I don't know, it just looks amazing. And your prerequisite Recaro badge. Again, Videos will be in the video description. I mean the tutorials that I used. But I have to say, this is looking amazing. Of course, it was supposed to take only a few hours. As always, it ended up being far more. So